plus 11 XL. Oosh. Yeah, technology, you know. It's Corona. I hope my bot doesn't have Corona. Plus what? 30. Now we're looking for factors. What are the factors of 30? I see 5 times 6. Okay, which works well for me because it will give me 11. I'm sure everybody can factorize. So what we have? XL plus 5. All right. Yeah, my body's doing a whole lot of things. I'm recording, I'm converting, so it's a bit, just bear with me. Equals to 0. So what is XL? XL is either -5 or XL is either -6. But what is my Y? My Y is equal to, remember what my Y is equal to? My Y is equal to X plus 3. So what is XL? What is that? So if we have 2 options, here my YL will be equal to, we replace that here, 3 minus 5, and that will give us what? -2. So the coordinate here would either be -5 and -2, or another possible option, remember Y is equal to X plus 3, is to have my Y as, if I bring that there, 3 minus 6 will be -3. So my possible value again is -6 and -3. These are possible. Let's go check the question again. I wanted to check the question. You see the word? Look at the word. Possible coordinate of L. All right? Possible coordinate of L. I hope that's okay with everyone. So the key thing that we'll learn from there, is this. Just want to repeat that what we learned in specific from there is that when you have an equation, y equals to x plus 3, and you have your x value as xa, you can simply bring it there and you have y would be what? Xa plus 3. So your coordinates are what? Xa and xa plus 3. I hope you've taken a note of that. We might need it as we go along. All right, lovely. Next question. Determine the coordinate of L. All right. If it is given that KLMN is a parallelogram. All right, a parallelogram. Remember, we actually have 2 values. Quickly, what do you know about a parallelogram? All right, so here we've got 2 values, but they want us to pick one. All right, what do you know about a parallelogram? Here you would need to make all right, one of the things I know, no, not 2, both English, opposite sides are parallel in most parallelograms. All right, and number 2, the diagonals bisect each other. And when I say diagonals bisect, I am actually bringing in the concept of what? Midpoint. All right, very key. Diagonals bisect. It means I am bringing in the coordinate of midpoint. All right. Now we need to find out which one is our correct value. All right, let's go again. Let's go back to the question. Let's pick the question. It says that determine the coordinate of L if it is given that KLMN is a parallelogram. KLMN. All right, can you trace it? KLMN is a parallelogram. Which one would be the coordinate of L? All right, I'm going to go to a new page that I created just now, a parallelogram. KLNM. Just quickly want to get the values of K. -1 and 2, and then 1 and -1. -1 and 2 there. So -1 and 2. All right, so that it's just a bit clearer to us. 1 and -1. Oh, sorry. It's now a big mess. 1 and -1. 1 and -1. All right, and my M is, what is my M? -3 and -5. -3. All right, if it is a parallelogram, then I can then talk about midpoints here because they bisect. So what is the midpoint? Let's call the midpoint, let's call it M. What is M? KM. Using KM. No, I already have M here. I cannot use M again. Otherwise, we'll have a confusion. Let's use P. Now, what is point P using KM? P is the midpoint of KM. And you know what? I know that rules of parallelogram, right? The rules of parallelogram. Now, what is my P going to be? Remember, XK, we did this yesterday, plus XM over 2, X, what do we have? No, not X, Y. Yeah, it's just tiredness. YK plus YM over 2. Okay, beautiful stuff. What is XK? Okay. I'm just going to add and give you a final answer. All right. So -1, -3. All right. -1, -3 will give me -4. If I divide by 2, that will give me -2 there. I'm sure you know what I did. This plus this divided by 2. What is 2 minus 5 minus 3 divided by 2 would give me what? -3 over 2. So those are the coordinates of P. Now, what is the coordinate of L? Don't forget that P is the midpoint of Ln. And we did this yesterday, if you remember. Okay, I'm going to do it on the side. XL and X and YL. All right. Is it okay to say that X plus 1 divided by 2 should be equal to -2? I don't know if I lost anyone there. I have X here, right? X plus 1 divided by 2, because it's the midpoint, is -2. All right? What would be my answer? X plus 1 equals to -4. And what is X? -4 minus 1, X equals to -5. What about my Y value? Again, the Y value here plus this. So we have Y plus negative 1, that would be negative 1 over 2 equals to negative 3 over 2. Can we cross multiply there? Y would be equal to negative, y would be equal to, I'm sure you can do the math as well. If these two multiplies, they'll be left with negative 3. And if this one goes there, it becomes a plus. All right, so 1 minus 3 will be what? Minus 2. So what is the correct coordinate of L? Negative 5 and negative 2. Do you remember? Let's go check something. Is this one of the answers we got when we did our answer looking for L? That's it. Negative 5 and negative 2. Remember, we had two possible options. Now we are confirming that our answer is definitely negative 5 and negative 2. I hope it makes sense. Any questions so far, quickly? Any question? Have a question? Let me know. Okay. Everyone seems to be all right. Everyone seems to be okay. Beautiful. Let's finish up this question. I might have to just look at circle geometry, a bit of circle geometry right now after this. Determine the coordinate of, no, we've done that. T is a point on KL, okay? TM is drawn such that TM is equal to LM, all right? I need us to, we're going to construct here. TM is equal to LM. Calculate the area of KTN. Wait. K such that TM is drawn. K is a point. Okay, I do have that diagram somewhere. All right. I'm going to quickly do something here. All right, I'm just going to quickly do something here. Copy. I want to get this well sorted. All right. We are told that, I hope this is clear enough. Okay. Now we are told, by the way, I'm going to complete my construction here. Root 13, remember, we also got this as root 13. We are told that T is a point if we produce KL produced. So T is somewhere here, such that this, we are told that that is root 13 as well, because we are told that TM is equal to LM. It's there in the instruction that we're given. TL is equal to LM. All right. Calculate the area of triangle KTN. Triangle KTN. Triangle KTN. All right. Good. Triangle KTN. Let me use a red. I'm looking for the area of this triangle. All right. Now, what is the area of a triangle? That's where we start from. It is half base times height. Mind you, base and height are perpendicular to each other. All right. Or half AB sine C. All right. Where C is in between A and B. I have C there, I have A there, and I have B there. All right. Somebody's trying to write. Please just type. Okay. So those are the two areas formula that we would use. Now here is my challenge. Okay. Remember, we are told, please look at this analysis very carefully. We are told that KLMN is a parallelogram. And we said opposite sides of a parallelogram are what? Parallel. So this is parallel to that. And for those of you that did Euclidean with us, we talked about parallel lines, we talked about fun, F. All right, please watch this. Is it okay to say, look at this, please watch this very well. If this line is parallel to this line, automatically this angle is 78.69 corresponding angles. Euclidean geometry. Those angles are equal. Can you see the F there? It's slanting. All right? That's one. Point number two. Now we're analyzing. Point number two. If the side is equal to the side, I actually have an isosceles triangle. And we know that opposite side angles opposite equal sides. All right. So if this is equal to this side is equal to the side, what does that mean? All right. Let me quickly explain something here. If this side is equal to that side, it means that this angle here should be equal to that angle. Angles opposite equal sides. So it means this angle here is equal to that angle. All right, which is 78.69 as well. Now the question is, why am I even doing all of this? I'll tell you. There's a few reasons that I have actually seen. All right. If I want to, I think that would be the best way to actually explain this to you. If I want to look for the area of KTN, then that's where I should have actually started. I should be saying half, watch this. I know this side. I know if I can get these two sides and the angle between the two sides. So it's half area will be equal to half the length of the whole side, KT, the length of the side, KN, which I already know, and the angle between them, sine K. All right. So that's why I'm going through the stress of dealing with that stuff there. So I have this already. I have Kn. All right. I have sine K. My problem is KT. So I want to get the length of KT. All right. The length of KT. By the way, since I know my L coordinate, I know this coordinate as -5 and -2. I can actually get KL. But my problem, let me clean this for clarity. My problem is that I need to get TL. So how do I get TL? Already, we said this angle is 78.69. All right, 78.69. This angle also is 78.69. I can get this angle. I'll tell you why I'm looking for that angle. Let's look for it first. 180 minus 2 times 78.69. 22.62. 22.62. Why am I going through the stress of looking for that? Because I need to find TL. If I can get TL, then I'm fine. I'll show you some other way, but we need to explore. Look at what I have. You need to draw this and go through this later. This is M, this is T, this is L. Square root 13, square root 13, 22, 62. And I'm looking for this. By the way, I know this 78.69. I can simply use my sine rule. Yeah, it's a long process. It's a high order question. Sine rule. And what's my sine rule? TL, the side, over the opposite angle. This is trigonometry. We did this in grade, 11? And then L, other side, TM here, over the opposite angle, sine L. So what is TL? I don't know. What is sine? What is my value here? 22,62. What is TM? Root 13. What is sine L? Sine 78,69. I'm sure you can cross multiply and we can just do that on a calculator straight. All right, so what is my TL? TL will be square root of 13. I'm cross multiplying. All right, times sine 78,69, close the bracket, divided by sine. I've already cross multiply. No, sine, sorry. If I cross multiply, it's this multiplied by that, right? Sine 22,62. 22,62 divided by sine 78,69. Close the bracket. 1.41. 1.41. So TL is 1,41. All right. And since I have 1,41, then I'm good to go. All right, let's increase the speed. So you need to just check this again. I'm sure you were taking notes so that you'll be able, I'm also recording. I'll be able to send the recording. All right, TL is 1,41. Did we find the length of KL? No, we can actually get the length. Did we find the length of KL? I'm not sure. Let me just quickly go through. Did we find the length of KL? We did. No, we didn't. Length of KL. All right, very fast. We can get the length of KL. Where are we? The length of KL. That's very easy to do because we have the two coordinates. Length of KL. Okay. I'm just going to put that in a calculator for us. I'm sure everyone knows how to calculate the distance formula now. All right. So it's going to be the square root. Remember KL, we are using which coordinate? X1 minus X2, which is minus 1. All right. Minus -5. Can I just say plus 5 all squared? All right. All squared. Plus the y values, 2 minus -2. All right. And that will be 4. Let's just say 4 squared. And our answer is 4 root 2. 4 root 2. So KL is 4 root 2. And I'm sure you see that we are done. So what's my area here? Half. What is my KT? 4 root 2 plus. So let's put it there. 4 root 2 plus 1,41. What is my KN? Square root 13 and sine 78,69. 78,69. What's my final answer going to be? It's quite a lengthy question. All right. 0,5. All right. Multiplied, or let's just open a bracket. 4 root 2. 4 square root of 2 plus 1,41. I'm going to try something else quickly. All right. And we must get the same answer. Times square root of 13. All right. Times sine 78,69. And our answer is 12,49. All right, 12,49. 12.49. Okay, 12.49. I want to try something here quickly. 12.49 units squared. Please make sure you're making your notes as well. Make sure you're taking notes. All right, so what we did there was to calculate TL. Let's try something else quickly. Probably simpler, something more simpler. Let me get a fresh page, but I need these values. All right. Do you remember earlier on, we got two values of L? Please, I want you to listen. Now, let me get a fresh page. I'll take the pain of getting a fresh page. Let me also, I just need us to get this. So I want that diagram. All right. That solution might look complex for a few people. I want to see if I can simplify it. But here you need to, it's a logical thinking. All right. And there we go. Good. Please listen to this carefully. This might look simpler. We do have this. Square root of what? 13. T is here. Do you remember we got here as -5 and -2? But we got two possible values. We got two possible values of L, such that from here to here will be root 13. We got this one as -6 and negative, I'm not sure. Let's quickly go back and find it. No, it's somewhere here. -6 and -3. -6 and -3. Now, what that simply means is that the other option is our T value. That is the secret there. We got two options, -5 and -2, but it's very difficult for Elena to think like that. That's why I had to go through that other option. All right, because from that point, how do I know? How do I know? Please listen to this. I'm going back again. How do I know? We did this. When we did this, we got root 13 here. And for us to get root 13, we have two answers. -5, -2, or we have what? -6. That means whatever we find the distance using this coordinate, we will have root 13. That's why I'm saying that if I find the distance from here to here, root 13. If I also find from here to here, it's root 13. Remember, we're given this. That is the trick the examiner wanted to hide there. All right, that is the trick that the examiner was hiding. So our possible value of T, time is also running out quickly, is that. Now, I am looking for the area of KTN. Again, KTN. Area is half, what's my length? KT, KN, sine K. Now, what is KT? Oh, by the way, I do have the two coordinates. This is a lot simpler, but just a thought pattern. I do have the two coordinates. So, half, can I just use my calculator to get my coordinates? All right. It is -1, -6. So I have a square root of what? -1 plus 6. I'm sure you know what I'm doing there. Squared plus, what is my y value? We need a bracket. 2 minus -3, which is 2 plus 3. All squared. 5 root 2. All right. 5 root 2. What is my Kn? Root 13. Sine what? I know many of you will prefer this because it's a lot straightforward. So let's have our answer. You have 1/2 times 5 root 2. I hope we get the same answer. We should. Times square root of 13 times sine 78, comma what? 69. Oof. 12,499. All right, it is 12,50. Unit squared, which is basically the same thing that we got in our first solution. All right, so I know you'll prefer this, all right, but you needed to be able to see that this is the other coordinate that we got. That is the hidden thing there. All right. Okay. Let's look. So that question is all done. All right. Let's see if we can do one more question, and then I'll go to circle geometry. You can then try to work out all of those other questions that you have. I don't know if we had issues with this. Let me just quickly respond to somebody. What's wrong? Okay. Did we have issues with this? I'm not sure we have issues. I think everything should be okay. Somebody's saying no sound. All right. Guys, are we having sound? Are we having sound? Are we having sound? Yes, we have. All right. If the hidden coordinates were not given, is there any other way we would get it? Savage. That's why, listen, I like that question.
Yes, we are having sound.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Somebody asked me a question. If the hidden coordinates were not given, is there any other way to get it? It's going to be very difficult to get because, and that's why, let me just answer this way. That is why when we substituted the value x, remember we had xl and yl, we had two values of x, -5 and -6. I hope that helps. And with two values of L, you get two values of Y as well, -2 and -3. And they are equidistant because we were using root 13 to get these two values. I don't know if that makes sense. You see, as we get exposed to all these questions, it becomes better along the way. All right. Let's see if we can answer this. I think I'll just answer this question and then we can deal with some circles so that you can then have some work to do as well. All right. Gradient of AC. We're going to move with the speed of light now because we've spent quite a time on this. I don't think anyone should be having problem with gradient of AC. All right, so I'm just going to use calculators. You can write down the answer and then work through later. If you're having a problem, we will help you on the group. Y2 minus Y1. So 1 minus -4, which is 5. All right, is that fine? 1 minus -4, 5 over 7 minus -3, which is 10. Gradient half. Okay, so take note of that answer. If you did not do that, everyone should get those 2 marks. Those 2 marks are a free will for writing maths. They give you marks for saying, oh, thank you for sitting down to write maths. You must get those 2 marks. And you can see that those questions are now repeated. How to calculate gradient. Okay, I hope that's fine with everybody. We're good. 3.2.1. Do you see again the next question that follows? Equation of a line. Which line? AC. Let's pick. So we are moving fast now. Y equals to what? Mx plus C. Let's pick this one because we want the equation of AC. So any point. What is my Y value? 1. What is my gradient? half. What is my x value? 7 plus c. 1 equals to what? 7 over 2 plus c. Can I move that there? I have 1 minus 7 over 2. 1 minus 7 over 2 equals to c. And what is 1 minus 7 over 2? Negative 5 over 2. Is that correct? Negative 5 over 2. Yes. So what's my equation? Y equals to 1 over 2x minus 5 over 2. Another 2 marks there. So let's start cleaning up the marks. Determine whether M lies on AC. Determine whether M, don't just say yes, lies on AC because you drew a line. Y equals to what? 1 over 2x minus 5 over 2. How would I do this? Look at the statement here. M is the midpoint of BD. M is the midpoint of BD. Just by telling me that M is the midpoint, it means I can get the coordinates of M. Let's go check. How do we get the coordinate? x1 plus x2, right? So minus 2 plus 8. 8 minus 2, 6 divided by 2, 3. Sorry, I do a lot of mental math. Those who know me know that there's a lot of mental, so I talk out a lot. 9 minus 11, that's minus 2, divided by 2 would give us what? Negative 1. Okay. How do I know that this point lies on this value? Quickly. Please take note of the answers in case you didn't do the work so you can do it over again. You need to get sorted before school resumes. All right. What's the equation of this line? Y equals to what? 1 over 2x minus 5 over 2. All right. But x equals to 3. Let's go. Y equals to 1 over 2. If I put my 3 there, what will I have? 3 over 2 minus 5 over 2. And this will give me negative 2 over 2. Y is equal to negative 1. Check this. I'm getting y is equal to negative 1. Which is that? It means M lies on CA. Why? Because the 3, when I put it there, I'm getting 1 as my y. Satisfies the equation. I hope that makes sense. Which is similar to what we did earlier on with the XL and the YL. How do you get the y value? Substitute x. So when I substitute my 3, I got negative 1, which is the negative 1 that I am given there. I hope we're okay. All right. Look, 4 marks, principles of analytical geometry. 3.3, prove that BD is perpendicular to AC. BD perpendicular. Once you say the word perpendicular,